Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to Ascension to Love with Alice, a return to union, and welcome back to my channel. Do like and subscribe if you are new here so you get updated with when we are going live with weekly energy updates and various other videos that may be to your liking. I'm sure they will. They're all here to help you expand your mind, your heart, and just ascend through this beautiful, beautiful life experience that we're having here on this wonderful star we call planet Earth. So today I am bringing you a weekly energy forecast for the week commencing Monday the 12th of October all the way through to Sunday the 18th. So in that space of time we have a new moon in Libra. We have a new moon in Libra on the 16th. We have Mercury going into retrograde on the 13th. So Mercury, being that planet of communication, is going to be going retrograde in the house of Scorpio. So that's going to be quite interesting to delve into. For those that caught last week's energy reading, it was pretty incredible to see that week play out. The week that we've just had has been quite a roller coaster for many people, as we have just gone through the 1010 portal. So people have been experiencing many things to actually help their heart expand and allow that light to have a path created, really, for it to go into and really bring a completion through, and something that's just been ready to shift. So that last week was an incredible week. I'm really excited to delve into what we have coming forward for this week. So let's start by getting a few themes for the week. So angels, guides and ascended masters of unconditional love and light who are here to guide us and help us. What can you tell us about this week? Thank you. We've got full moon in Virgo energy coming out here. You are good enough. Thank you so much. We've got new moon in Scorpio energy, work through your fears. That's very prominent because of the Mercury retrograde. And then we also have time to breathe out, that disseminating moon. Oh my gosh. So what's really interesting here, and I just knocked a few of my crystals as those cards came flying out then. What's really interesting here is we're starting off this week with this theme of Virgo. You know, we're still releasing from last week. We're still working our way through that 1010 portal. We're still completing cycles, right? And what's really fascinating is it's very last week was very much about that heart space opening. So as humans, we had to feel a lot of things, right? We had to feel things that we've not felt in a long time, and things had to get triggered, right? Which has very much brought up this energy at the start of this week of, you know, are we actually good enough? How do we feel about ourselves? You know, we're feeling a little bit delicate, a little bit raw, maybe. This Virgo energy is coming in here just to remind us that we may want to really put our emphasis on grounding at the start of the week, of really looking at how we're speaking to ourselves and being gentle and kind with ourselves. That's what we're getting through at the start of the week here. Don't worry, we will pull some more cards to actually get a little bit more in-depth detail further on in the spread. But let's just have a little look at these starting general cards here. We've got this new moon in Scorpio energy as well. So what's really fascinating about this is this feels like it's a double-edged thing here. So it feels very much like it is pertaining to Mercury going into retrograde on the 13th in Scorpio. So what that's going to look like is, you know, Mercury being about communication, and Scorpio being about those deep feelings and things like that. So topics that are deep, right? Topics that are controversial, topics that are, you know, I mean, we're filming this in the year 2020, so there's a lot of stuff coming up. We've got, if you're in the States, we've got the elections coming up for people in the States, and obviously that impacts worldwide. We've got still all this separation energy, you know, pro-mask, anti-mask, conspiracy theorist versus whatever, you know. I don't particularly go by the names or anything like that, but that's what most people relate to. So it felt prevalent that I actually bring those up because they all contribute to that separation feeling that we have. But what's really interesting is, you know, when with Mercury going into retrograde, it can bring about that those topics of discussion and misunderstandings, right? It can bring about misunderstandings and things like that. And we want to be really cognizant of the fact that, you know, although misunderstandings can lead to further clarity, we just have to be a little bit aware that we don't externalize a little bit. And that's what I feel like this Scorpio energy is here, because the Scorpio, when things hurt, when they take it personally, when we take things personally as humans, the Scorpio has that sting, right, that goes with it. And You know, and what this space of time really is about. You know, we've got a new moon in Scorpio, so it's actually very much about releasing the energy about whatever it is going to be coming up. So you may be finding some heated conversations, you may be finding your, you know, the phrase like foot in mouth is coming to mind. You may find you kind of saying the wrong thing by accident, or people taking it the wrong way. But it's this is a really nice message to actually just go, actually, you know what, this might be clearing for the two people involved in this conversation, or however many people. So there is actually a nice energy coming through from this as well, because of that new moon influence, that new beginning influence. And then we do have that that new moon in Libra coming in a couple of days after. So that's all going to be very much part and parcel of it here, this main energy of the week. And what's really nice is the action card at the end is just, you know, reminding us to just breathe and be calm. You may find it might be like a bit of a heated, tense energy through the week, and it's going to finish up with that calming, with that not relaxation, but kind of like that that serenity kind of energy at the end of the week. That, you know, when you've had like a really good cry, and then you just feel that kind of like that strange sense of calm. It's like quite cathartic. It feels like that's the energy that's going to be ending this week. So there's going to be the intense energies that we've been feeling the past week are going to continue. They're just going to look a little bit different here. So don't be surprised if, you know, one day you're feeling really great on top of the world, and the next day you're feeling a little bit you know, delicate, and that's okay. You know, our hearts are still expanding. We are in a stage of the year, and especially the year as powerful as this one is, we're in a stage of the year where we are undergoing so much more expansion than we have done in tens of years, hundreds of years. You know, humankind collectively are going through a massive expansion through these 3 months, through the solstice, the equinox to solstice period. So we can expect to carry on receiving those really intense flares of energy coming in, those solar flares, the geostorms and things like that, to help clear the path. Those storms help clear the path. You know, we've got the Council of Light coming in here, letting us know that, you know, it is all going as it should be. So whenever they want you to know that, you know, if things do feel a little bit tense this week, keep tuning in to that guidance. That divine guidance is all around you in the subtleness, right? And it's through that silence, it's through connecting with the Mother Earth. And this is very much about that as above, so below energy, right? You know, the Council of Light are all above, but then we have to connect it with Mother Earth at the bottom. It's that cosmic father and earthly mother, and it's that combination which brings the mystery of oneness, right? Which is what we're all striving for, really. That's what we're here to do, you know. So the guidance that we're getting right now for this week is to be tuning into, you know, to be tuning into that cosmic guidance, to be tuning into your inner being, and it's in those moments where you are occupying your mind, where you are you know, you might be cleaning, you might be cooking, you might be out for a walk, doing some exercise. It's kind of those things where you don't have to overthink, but you're occupied enough to engage that part of your brain so that your body, your soul can then actually bring through the guidance that is wanting to come through from the energetic realms, right? They're also saying, please have faith. If you could see what we can see for what is coming in the long run, you will understand everything that's meant to happen this coming week, right? So trust your path, do trust, because everything that is happening for a reason. Although that can be a really tough thing to kind of experience if you're going through one of the hardest things in life. And I say that because this past week there has been so much releasing energy. In the past week alone, you know, people have been making their transitions, right? People have been making their transitions. Look at that. Stay grounded, because people have been transitioning. The heart space has been cracked open, and that could look so different for each person, but everyone is having a heart activation last week and this week, right? And it's all about just trusting that this is creating space for the light, and that's light with a capital L, to actually get to make its way into your soul on a deeper level than you've experienced before as a human, right? You know, and look at that, we've got this coming through here with that pillar of light. That's exactly what's happening here. So please trust whatever is going to be happening, and always remind yourself that all is well, because we are breaking the chains of, and this week specifically, this is energy coming through this week, so once again it's going to be quite a full-on space of time, because once again, you know, we're breaking collective energy patterns, collective word blueprints, collective archetypes. You know, we are breaking and reforming, and you know, in order to reform it in a lighter, more vibrant, more loving, more one image, it has to break to a point where it's not been before. We have to crack through that really hard outer shell, and that's why that Scorpio energy actually is a really good thing, because it's going to help bring those tough conversations and those tough points to kind of start a chain reaction, and that's what it feels like will happen this week. So there is a lot of intense energy coming through, but I say intense with the most love in the world, because it's from that actually we are going to be able to really expand past where we've been before. And you know, when you have those visions and those wants and those desires, and you know, in your heart, and you're like, I really want this and this, and you know, this is kind of the energy that has to happen. This is like the prelude to you actually not only achieving whatever it is that you know in your soul you really want to do with your life, or you really want to, or why you're here, but it's going to create such a space that you actually will be able to achieve things that you will never have previously even been able to envisage. That is what this energy brings. So when I say it's intense, it could be hard to go through, but for the short space of time that you are going through whatever it is, whatever that Scorpio energy is going to bring here, relationships might feel this, you know, loved ones may depart, you know, that type of energy, although it may be incredibly painful at that point in time. You know, it's all happening for a reason, you know, it's all happening to open that heart like this rose here. It's to really allow the light to enter the innermost depths of the heart space, which is that 33 petal rose, right, with those 33 chambers in that heart space. And we really are rewriting the future, right? Let's have a little look here at anything else that wants to come through for the week. Thank you. Yeah, Lady Nada, once again, that heart space. There is so much mother healing coming through this week. So much mother healing. You know, we've got Vishnu here coming through with trust on the bottom of the deck, but Lady Nada, I was actually just thinking about her when I was talking about that rose, and you know, she's all about that heart awakening. That's what this energy is. But definitely a lot of mother healing coming through, and what's more is that divine feminine space. Is that, you know, she's holding the space for this. The female energy is that compassion, that understanding. The masculine energy in his sovereignty is the peace, right? It's the peace, it's the working together, the co-create, the collaboration. And Lady Nada is showing up here to hold that space for us, to hold us whilst we go through it, letting us know that we are safe through this week, and that it's all happening as it should be. And Kuthumi here is coming through to let us know that we just need to stay focused on what it is that we're healing and transcending, right? And when we do that, we don't have to repeat the cycle. When we do it once, that's it, right? When we actually do it and allow the emotion to run through rather than getting stuck, when we allow it to run through and move through you and ground it into Mother Earth, let her alchemize that energy. You know, we don't have to go through those cycles repeating it. This is where karma can actually be balanced, can actually be alchemized, transmuted, shifted, balance to a point where we don't have to revisit it in a future life. We can balance karma from previous lives. You'll find that a conversation with this energy here, with a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, a conversation could lead to maybe a prickly conversation about something and nothing, but it will trigger a chain reaction in you that will take you back to other feelings and other memories. And if you allow that feeling that will come up with that to take you back to another time that you felt it, it will be showing you something else that you're able to heal from the past, whether it's this lifetime or previously, or previous lifetimes, so that you don't have to go through it again. Guys, this is a fantastic chain for a fantastic time for Akashic sessions, deep inner child sessions, angelic guidance sessions. if you are curious or drawn to getting a little bit of help there, please do message me. Reach out, check out my Facebook page. I have all my sessions on there, and look at that, we've got Osiris coming in with that masculine energy again, because you know we've got mother, wife, sister, daughter, father, husband, brother, son. Look at that, both masculine and feminine energy here. They're working together in unity, in unison. It's all about choosing peace. Look at that. This week is going to be about peace, you guys. But to get there first, we have to go past those waves, right? We have to get through the waves and the tide and go through it all. And we have to keep focus in that, and focus on the future of what it's actually going to bring. Focus on the serenity that's going to come from it, right? On the peace that's going to come from it. All of Hollow Earth and the angels and the elemental realms and the guardians of the energy of the earth energy, you know, they're here supporting, holding that space. Earth, right? Reminding us to keep it moving. Don't let that emotion here stick, because Scorpio energy really targets the energy that has previously been stuck, because we haven't wanted to face it, because we haven't felt brave or comfortable or strong enough to actually feel that emotion in the sense of what it's there for, right? But this week we are able to do that, and we are able to really transcend it and move it to this place of peace again. Look at that. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading, you guys. It really, really, really is. I'm actually gonna bring the Mother Mary deck out here. Thank you. I'm just curious as to what guidance she has here, and we've got grace coming through. Right, this is about grace and miracle. This really is going to be quite a important week collectively, and if we can have an air of grace about everything that we're doing, and what that means is just kind of like, you know, really choosing to hone in on that forgiveness, then miracles are going to happen. It really, really will. I just want to pull a card for the twin flames out there, because I know twin flames are going to be feeling this a lot, because they, specifically if you're watching this as a twin flame, you're here, as are all humans, but twin flames specifically are here to anchor in that love, that divine love and light energy, and help form that grid along with light workers and starseeds across this star. So if there's a message for twin flames for this week, what would it be? What do we have? We've got a third eye chakra. So they're saying here, look at the bigger picture, twin flames. This week might seem difficult, but there is a bigger picture at play. Connecting as well. So we've got mediumship coming in up, twin flames. So whether you're in separation or union, it's time to look at things in the bigger picture. It's time to really see from a higher perspective and connect more with your twins' higher self, their inner being, because their human will be playing part of all this energy to help it clear, because that's exactly what you're here to do. But whilst that's happening, make sure that you're drawing yourself away from the inner dynamic of it to really view it from above and actually just see the energy for what it is and see what's clearing. And when it does get hard and emotional, you know, stay connected with their inner being and just make sure that you're forgiven and just coming from a place of forgiveness, because it's never them. They are light. You are light with a capital L, right? So we have to shine forgiveness on that so that we can actually bring ourselves to a more harmonious union with each other, and not only with each other but and yourselves, but with to actually anchor that light into the earth where you are, wherever you are in the world. Now I am going to pull a card as well for Starseeds, because we all have this unique mission on this planet, right? Everyone is here in the unique design representation of all that is, and you know, we're here to do something very specific and unique. And you know, it's not about competing or wanting to have what someone else has got. You have your own special unique gifts, and this is going to be about honing in on that. So we've got the Apologise card coming out here for Starseeds. Freedom and self-reflection. Okay, so the Starseed, it feels like you're gonna kind of be questioning this week why you're here. Why you're here, what it is that you're doing, right? And we've got love coming through for you. We've got love coming through for you as well. So it's kind of like you're questioning, Starseeds, the specific week, you know, why are you here? Oh my gosh, the humans, why are the humans doing this? I don't get it, I don't understand it, it's really dense, I just want to go back to my home planet. But remember, you chose to be here, and you are made up, your body, your host of why your soul is here is made up of this star that is planet Earth, because you are here to help bring this freedom through for this planet, right? And it's when you actually tune into that you realize and recognize what your mission here on this planet actually is, and you can actually see it clearly, right? So anyway, so Starseeds, there's a lot of energy running through. So Starseeds, just remember why you're here. You chose to be here on this planet. Your soul may originate from somewhere else, and you're bringing those incredible soul gifts to this planet to help this whole world ascend right into this freedom. And you can only do that by actually working on yourself and not looking at everyone else and the other humans and everyone around you and the other people and the originals here, but actually looking at yourself and how the energy that's coming through this week is showing up in you, so that you can actually do that work on yourself and have a massive major impact on the world around you. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for being here. That was a lot of information in a very short space of time. Do watch it back a couple of times. We have the general overall reading for the start. We've got a twin flame reading and a starseed reading in here as well, all part and parcel. We've got that Mercury retrograde starting on the 13th. It starts in Scorpio, Mercury being the planet of communication, specifically, but also of technology as well. So be a little bit more kind with technology if things aren't going as they want to. Visualize gold light around your computers and phones and things like that to help them go the way they should be. And we've got that new moon in Libra coming through here. Let's just get one card for that new moon in Libra, because we've not already done that. But Libra is all about balance. That comes through on the 16th. New moon in Libra, what guidance do we have here? What energy do we have here? And once again, we've got bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture, you guys. So there's going to be that energy of balance coming in with Libra, that diplomacy coming in. It's going to be really fascinating, because Libra is going to be, the new moon in Libra is going to be here with the Mercury retrograde. So we're going to have those tough conversations, those prickly conversations, those miscommunications, and then we're going to have that diplomacy element of Libra and the new starts and the new beginnings. So it's all here for a reason. It's all playing out for a reason. And, you know, and when we can recognise that and see the bigger picture and actually bring a different space of love into this, look at this, bring love into the situation. We've got another air sign here coming up. So Libra is air, Aquarius is air. It's about like kind of the mental concepts that we have, intellect, things like that. But Libra specifically being about balancing the scales and just seeing the other side and diplomacy and things like that. You know, that bigger picture vision is really going to help here. And we've got Aquarius coming in, because it's, once again, we need to look at it from that feminine standpoint. That feminine energy needs to come in, which is that love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. And that's going to help balance out with a masculine energy, which is going to be there achieving goals. And what that looks like, I mean, guys, come on. What have we got going on in the world right now? Elections, miscommunications, left, right and centre, all this division. We're here to bring it back to union. We're here to bring it back to oneness. This is understanding that, and this week is really going to help everyone understand that on a different level and allow those light codes to really enter and start to alchemize within their cellular membrane, okay, moving that carbon body to a crystalline body. You guys, this is all I'm going to do for this specific reading. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I know there was a lot of content in here. Do check out my Facebook page, Ascension to Love with Alice. There is different content posted on there. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the little notification bell on the side. And thank you so much. I love you all. Blessings to you all. Have a most beautiful, beautiful week. Namaste.